Day 2 of practice is winding down here, and we decided to catch up. I get this request all the time. Gussy. What about Gussy? Interview Gussy. So yesterday I was talking to Greg Bohannon, and he said, oh, this winter, this entire, like, these coves and these creeks, they all froze over with ice. And I went, ice.
I'm the first guy you thought of?
You're the first
Nice.
guy I thought of. Ice. So I want to let you know there has been ice on this water at some point. I got to figure, at least from a karmic standpoint, that's got to be on your side here this year.
Well, I will be ice fishing next week at home on Lake of the Woods. So, I mean, it's yeah. I live up in Canada, so I'm in the ice belt.
Well, unfortunately, it's melted a little too much now, so you can't get your auger out
I might
here.
have been at an advantage if I could use my auger and a flasher.
That's what I was thinking.
36-inch rod, you know.
That's what I was thinking. But so there has been some ice here, and this is one of the coldest. I guess Hartwell is pretty cold, but water temperature is still really, really cold.
Yeah, it's the fishing's a lot different than last year. I fished up by the dam last year. Went up there my first day of practice and caught a lot of fish. Probably caught 30, 40 fish, you know, all 3 days of practice and the days of the tournament, and had a decent tournament. I went up there yesterday and I never caught a bass until 4:30 in the afternoon yesterday. And I got a friend fishing with me, and he caught 3 during the morning. But yesterday evening we ended up, you know, kind of aborting everything and went through all the places that I liked from last year, and caught some decent fish in the afternoon. And then this morning had a pretty good morning, caught some nice largemouths, and then went on like another 6-hour lull. So it's you know, it's a lot different than last year for sure.
A lot of stain in the water this year.
Yeah, down here there is, but I found up by the dam, I thought it was clearer than it was last year. I mean, I was in 18 feet of water, and I look down and I can see the bottom. It's like I'm on Lake Michigan, and maybe it's too clear. You know, I don't know, but I really struggled up there, so I'm probably not going to go back.
There has been in the past some really nice smallmouth caught here, and so I thought maybe there might be a chance you maybe saw some of those swimming around at 18 feet down.
No, I didn't. I caught one, a really nice smallmouth last night, a 3.5 pounder, but it was just kind of a fluke. But last year I did catch a few smallmouths, and they, you know, the places I caught them, I caught more in the area, you know, in the tournament days, and saw a few. So, you know, this one I caught yesterday, maybe he's got some friends around, I don't know. But I've gone and looked around out deep trying to graph them like we fish up north. Right, graph them, drop down and catch them, and I cannot find any of that out here. You know, Cody Meyer's gonna find it, but
we just had that discussion with Cody, that very discussion about getting out and finding them on the graph, and he said this place is just strange like that. It's more of a casting into the timber type of place. It's hard to get right over top of.
I don't know if maybe the clear water they're spookier fish, and I mean, sometimes you do mark something and then you try to back up and get on top of it, and you know you just don't see them again. It's funny like that.
So your plan for now, you got 1 day of practice left. What are you going to do now?
I'm moving baits. I got to cover water. I think between the two of us, we've caught 1 fish on plastic. Probably caught about a dozen today maybe, and we're catching them all on moving baits. And just, you know, for me, not having a lot of time on the water, I feel like I got to cover ground to find fish. But if the bite's not good, you know, I think that's kind of what burned me a little bit at Hartwell, is I had to slow down. I'm chasing that spot where I can catch 5 and 10 casts, but it maybe doesn't exist. I don't know.
Probably going to need maybe some more hard ice to form here for.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me, Rob.
No problem. That's it from here. Day 2 practice with Gussy.